As you can see from our results, CBS turned in another very strong quarter.
CBS Chairman and Chief Executive Les Moonves, August 2nd, presiding over the company's corporate earnings call with customary bravado.
We're as confident as ever that the strategy we have in place is setting us up for continued long-term success.
But as Moonves spoke, the Tiffany network was already in the throes of turmoil since just 6 days earlier, the New Yorker magazine had revealed Les Moonves was being accused of sexual harassment and assault. This on the heels of CBS Morning co-anchor Charlie Rose being fired the previous November for sexual misconduct.
This is about a culture of women saying allegations were being covered up. And a lot of that centered on CBS News, and those problems are still there.
Now the latest to fall, Jeff Fager, the executive producer of revered news magazine 60 Minutes.
Fager in a text said to me, quote, "If you repeat these false accusations without any of your own reporting to back them up, you will be held responsible for harming me."
The CBS Evening News Wednesday night forced to report a perceived threat against its own reporter, Jericka Duncan, received from Fager himself after she had texted him for his comment on reports he had touched female staffers in inappropriate ways and allowed harassment to taint the workplace at 60 Minutes.
Be careful. There are people who lost their jobs trying to harm me.
CBS News then fired Fager. But as dozens of 60 Minutes staffers crowded this Upper West Side bar Wednesday with Fager, some gathered here expressed anger over his dismissal, according to the New York Times. One asking, how do you get fired over a text message?
I think it's important that a company's culture will not allow for this. And that's the thing that's far-reaching.
Moonves' Me Too moment has now become Him Too after a second New Yorker report this past Sunday revealed new accusations against the CBS head. The network forcing Moonves out just hours later.
He picked me up and threw me against the wall. I mean, I just lay on the floor and cried.
But the plot sickens as the New York Times reports the CBS board, which had continued to support Moonves, learned he was allegedly trying to find one of his accusers a job at the network to silence her. The Times now claiming CBS will not pay Les Moonves the tens of millions of dollars he might have pocketed as a payout for leaving the company. In New York, Steve Langford, I-24 News.